Les Chants de Maldoror by le Comte de Lautréamont, Canto 3, Section 3. Tremble, for the last time, has touched the hand of him who is deliberately going away, always fleeing onwards, the image of man always pursuing him. The wandering Jew says to himself that he would not be fleeing thus if the scepter of the earth belonged to the race of crocodiles. Tremble, standing in the valley, puts his hand before his eyes to concentrate the solar rays and make his sight more penetrating, while the other touches the breast of space with his horizontal, unmoving hand. Leaning forward, the statue of friendship, his eyes mysterious as the sea, he contemplates the traveler's garters as, with the aid of a metal walking stick, they make their way up the hillside. The earth seems to give way beneath his feet, and even if he wished, he could not hold back his tears and his feelings. He is far away. I see his form making its way along a path. Where is he going? With that slow and heavy step. He does not know himself yet. I am convinced that I am not asleep. Who is it approaching and going to meet Maldoror? How huge the dragon is, bigger than oak. You would think that its whitish wings, joined firmly to its body, had sinews of steel. Such was the ease with which they cleft the air. Its body begins with a tiger's head and ends in a long serpent's tail. It was not accustomed to seeing such things. What is that on his brow? I see a word there, written in a symbolic language which I cannot decipher. With one last wing beat, he repaired to a place near him whose tone of voice I know. He said to him, I have been waiting for you, as you for me. The hour is come. Here I am. Read on my brow my name written in hieroglyphic signs. Scarcely had he seen the enemy coming than Maldoror changed into an immense eagle and prepared for the combat, contentedly clacking his hooked beak, by which he means that he will take it upon himself alone to eat the dragon's lower parts. Now they are describing circles of diminishing concentricity, as each weighs up the other's strengths. They are wise to do so. The dragon seems to me to be stronger. I should like him to gain victory over the eagle. I shall experience great emotions at this spectacle, in which a part of my being is involved. Powerful dragon, I will, if necessary, spur you on with my shouts, for it is in the eagle's interest that he should be defeated. Why are they waiting before they attack? I am in mortal terror. Come on, dragon, you attack first. You've just landed a sharp blow with your claw. That is not too bad. I can assure you that the eagle has felt it. The wind blows away his beautiful blood-stained feathers. Oh, the eagle has plucked out one of your eyes with his beak, whereas you have only torn off his skin. You should have been looking out for that. Bravo! Take your revenge and smash one of his wings. There is no denying how strong and sharp your tiger's teeth are. If you could only approach the eagle as he whirls in space and swoops down towards earth. I notice that even when he is falling, you are wary of this eagle. He is on the ground. He will not be able to get up again. The sight of all these gaping wounds intoxicates me. Fly around him at ground level and finish him off, if you can, with the blows of your scaly serpent's tail. Courage, my fine dragon. Dig your powerful claws deep into him, and let blood mix with blood, to form streams in which no water flows. It is easier said than done. The eagle has just devised a new strategic plan of defense, occasioned by the unfortunate risks of this memorable struggle. He is wise. He is sitting solidly in an unshakable position, on his remaining wing, on his haunches, and on his tail, which had previously served as a rudder. He defies attacks even more extraordinary than those which have hitherto been flung at him. Now he turns with the speed of a tiger, and does not seem to flag. Now he is on his back with his two strong claws in the air, coolly and ironically, weighing up his adversary. I must know who the victor will be. The combat cannot go on forever. I am thinking of the consequences. The eagle is fearsome. He is making enormous leaps, which shake the earth, as if he were about to take off, yet he knows that is impossible. The dragon does not trust appearances. He believes that at any moment the eagle will attack him on the side where he has lost his eye. Oh, wretch that I am, this is what happens. How could the dragon have let himself be caught by the breast? In vain he uses his strength and his cunning. I see that the eagle, clinging to him with all his limbs like a bloodsucker, is burying his beak, and indeed his entire neck, deeper and deeper, in the dragon's belly. Only his body can be seen. He appears perfectly at ease. He is in no hurry to come out. No doubt he is looking for something, while the tiger-headed dragon utters groans which awaken the forests. Behold the eagle as he comes out of that cave. Eagle, how revolting you are! You are redder than a pool of blood. Though you hold a palpitating heart in your beak, you are so covered with wounds that you can hardly stand upright on your feathered claws. And without relaxing the tight grip of your beak, you are staggering beside the dragon, which is dying in the throes of frightful pain. Victory has been hard to achieve. No matter. You have won it. One must at least tell the truth. You are acting according to the laws of reason as, moving away from the dragon's corpse, you divest yourself of the eagle's form. And so, Maldoror, you are the victor. And so, Maldoror, you have defeated hope. From this moment, despair will prey on your purest substance. From this moment, you will return with a firm step to your career of evil. Although I have become, so to speak, dulled to suffering, the last blow you struck the dragon did not fail to have its effect on me. Judge for yourself if I am suffering. Oh, but you frighten me. See? That man fleeing in the distance. The busy foliage of malediction has grown on him. Excellent soil. He is accursed and accursed. Where are your sandals taking you? Where are you going? Tottering forward, like a sleepwalker on a roof. May your perverse destiny be fulfilled. Maldoror, adieu, adieu until eternity, when we will not be together. Verse 4. It was a spring day. The birds were pouring forth their warbling songs, and human beings were going about their different duties, bathed in the holiness of toil. Everything was working towards its destiny. Trees, planets, dogfish, everything that is, except the Creator. He was lying stretched out on the road, with his clothes all torn. His lower lip was hanging down like a heavy chain. His teeth had not been cleaned, and the blonde waves of his hair were full of dust. His body, benumbed by heavy sluggishness, pinned down on the stones, was making futile attempts to get up. His strength had deserted him, and he was lying there, weak as an earthworm, impassive as the bark of a tree. Floods of wine filled the ruts which had been hollowed out by the nervous jerkings of his shoulders. Pig-snouted brutishness covered him with its protective wings and cast loving glances at him. His legs, their muscles slack, swept across the ground like two flapping sails. Blood flowed from his nostrils. As he fell, he had knocked his face against a post. He was drunk, horribly drunk, drunk as a bug which in one night has gorged 3 barrels of blood. His incoherent words resounded all around. I shall refrain from repeating them here, for even if the supreme drunkard has no self-respect, I must respect men. Did you know that the Creator was drunk? Have pity on the lips soiled in the cups of debauch. The hedgehog which was passing stuck his needles into his back and said, Take that. The sun has run half its course. Just wait till I call the cockatoo with its hooded beak. The woodpecker and the owl, who were passing, buried their necks in his belly and said, Take that. What are you up to on this earth? Is it to offer the spectacle of this lugubrious comedy to animals? But I promise that neither the mole nor the cassowary nor the flamingo will imitate you. The ass, which was passing by, gave him a kick in the temple and said, Take that! What had I done to you to deserve such long ears? Even the crickets despise me. The toad, which was passing by, spat a fountain of slime onto his brow and said, Take that! If you had not given me such big bulbous eyes, and I had seen you in the state you are in now, I would chastely have hidden the beauty of your limbs beneath a shower of ranunculi, myosotis, and camellias, so that no one would see you. The lion, who was passing by, inclined his royal head and said, For my part, I respect him, even though his radiance now seems to be eclipsed. You others, so proud and superior, are mere cowards, since you attacked him while he was asleep. How would you like to be in his place, and to have to endure from passers-by the insults which you have not spared him? Man, who was passing by, stopped before the unrecognizable Creator, and for 3 full days, to the applause of the crab-louse and the viper, he shat on his august face. Woe to man for this insult, for he did not respect the enemy sprawled out in a mixture of blood and wine, defenseless and almost lifeless. Then the sovereign God, awoken at last by all these mean jibes, got up as best he could, staggering. He went and sat down on a stone, with his 2 hands hanging down like the consumptive's 2 testicles, and cast a glassy, lackluster glance over all of nature, which belonged to him. Oh, human beings, you are enfants terribles. But let us spare, I implore you, this great being who has not yet finished sleeping off the vile liquor, and who has not got enough strength left to stand up straight. He is slumped down onto the boulder on which he is sitting like a weary traveler. Look closely at the passing beggar. He saw the dervish stretching out at a thin and hungry hand, and, without knowing to whom he was giving alms, threw a piece of bread into the hand of him who was begging for mercy. The Creator expressed his gratitude with a nod of the head. Oh, you will never know how difficult it can be to keep on holding the reins of the universe. Sometimes the blood rushes to one's head when one is seriously trying to conjure a last comet from nothingness, and with it, a new race of spirits. The intellect, stirred to the depths, yields like a beaten man, and, for once in its life, lapses into the aberrations which you have witnessed.